So if there's something that the government has done well, it is ensuring that laws that make sure that people are scared of breaking crimes in conservation fields, which is, I think, a great thing.
Hey everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Nyasaina Komboka. I'm an environmental economist and the founder of the African Environmental Youth Advisory. Today I'm joined here with my wonderful colleagues and we're going to talk about everything that's going right in the conservation space. But first, I'll let them introduce themselves.
My name is Cicely Janje. I am an international lawyer and also the vice president of the African Environmental Youth Advisory.
My name is Jeremiah Mowo. I'm an environmental champion as well as a projects coordinator at African Environmental Youth Advisory.
Thank you. And what we do as an organization is we focus on transnational environmental education that is focused on interdisciplinary perspectives, indigenous people's perspectives, and intersectional perspectives, and intergenerational perspectives as well. So we try our best to get a complete and comprehensive package of what the environmental space looks like here in Africa. So today we had the opportunity to interview Dr. Mordecai Ogada on the big conservation line. We actually just made a video on what that looks like, so please go back and watch that video. But for now, we're going to talk about everything that's going well within the conservation space, and I'll have Cece start us off.
So, one thing that he mentioned that's going well is law enforcement. People are scared of getting caught up with poaching. So, if there's something that the government has done well, it is ensuring that laws that make sure that people are scared of breaking crimes in conservation fields, which is, I think, a great thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fear really.
Uh-huh. Has helped change
Yeah.
the whole idea of poaching. And so that's actually keeping our animals alive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Fairly said,
Uh-huh.
Sisi. Also bring in the aspect of young people, the youth in these communities that are, in the rural setup and also in the urban area. When it comes to conservation, we've seen young people who have, got quality education, formal education as well,
Yes.
being able to go back, educate their communities about conservation, as well as own up the idea of conservation, whereby right now, we've seen an upcoming and an uprising of young people demanding even to own the projects
Right.
that are even brought in by, foreigners to our country, where they say we want to be part of this, we want our voice to be heard. So there is that mass action from the young people that is really coming out loud
Yeah.
when it comes to conservation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And just as a whole, I really do think that wildlife conservation is something that's incredibly important. I think that for majority of us, when we grew up and going through our educational systems, we were taught about, we had our environmental classes in 844,
Yeah.
and they would tell us, okay, so the environment consists of water conservation, wildlife conservation, and reforestation.
Yeah.
Right? It was really those three components that were the most important. But now we're starting to see that, okay, within conservation, we have the value of policy, right?
Yeah.
We have the value of finance, right? We have the value of community engagement. So all of these things are incredibly important. And I think I just want to say thank you, right, to the adults who have been a part of building us up as a community, right? Our educators who have engaged us with a lot of thought provoking questions, right? Although sometimes it has been tough, right? It's helped us become very critical of how we perceive our society and our communities. And I think in many ways we've started to respect these spaces
Absolutely.
so much more. Uh-huh.
Yeah, respect them, hold them dear, because
Yeah.
for something that you hold dear, you're more than willing to protect it. And also, since you're a beneficiary
Yeah.
of it, you're also more than willing to take it a step ahead to the younger generation than you. I know we are having Gen Zs. We've seen also young people, because of the introduction of the new curricula in school, also take the very same information they have to now Gen Alphas, who are now upcoming as young people in the space. So absolutely, we are able to own the initiative and be able to see it pass it generation to generation.
Also, never be afraid to learn because, especially when you're on those holidays in Samburu, you're in a national park, stop to think about it and be like, huh, what's going on here? Why are there some certain animals being pushed
Yeah.
and while the others are being ignored? Think about it and but also enjoy your holiday. But just think about those things as well.
Right, definitely be a critical thinker. And our final thoughts on this conservation conversation is
Tuwajibike.
tujitunze.
Tujitume, tulinde
Tulinde
mazingira.
mazingira.